Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 3 of my complete TV and, well, my complete TV series on DVD and Blu-ray, actually. Part 3, yes. So, let's get into it. Okay, yeah, so this isn't alphabetical order or anything like that. It's just as the shelves come, because none of it's in alphabetical order over there. It's just as I put it. It'd be crazy to try and keep it in alphabetical order. It wouldn't work. I hate alphabetical order because when you buy a new one, you've then got to make a space. You've got to take something out somewhere and shift it all along, and it's just a nightmare. Started on this. Okay, so first up, have a DVD release of the 2-movie Doctor Who collection, The Daleks, which contains Doctor Who and the Daleks and Daleks Invasion Earth 2150. This lovely set here that opens up and a disc has fallen out. What are the chances of that on the very first one? But yes, it opens up. It's got both films in there. And also, you've got some nice art cards in there as well, like so. So yes, but I do have these on 4K as well, these films. You know, they're a recent purchase. I say a recent purchase because as I'm filming this now, we're sat at about the 25th of September. So yes, so a recent for me now, past a couple of months. And obviously I'll get to them at some point in this series later down the line. So moving on, keeping with Doctor Who, I have K9 and Company, Girl's Best Friend, the Doctor Who K9 movie. Yes, and why not? You know what I'm saying? It's yeah. Now I like Doctor Who. I like Doctor Who a lot, but I don't venture back before 2005. I don't go and get the old Doctor Who stuff. There's so much of it. I wish I could. I know that I would never have time to watch it, and that's solely the reason why I stay clear of that sort of era of Doctor Who. Nothing else. But one-offs like this, fine, fantastic. So next up we have the complete first season of Torchwood, the Doctor Who spin-off series on Blu-ray. I enjoyed Torchwood. I don't really like what happened to it in the sense that it went from BBC 4 to BBC, or was it BBC 3, BBC 2, BBC 1, then Stars in America. It just never had a home. It never had a home and thusly never really found an audience. But it was thoroughly enjoyable. Yes, so then we have season 2 in a digipack, which is a bit of a shame because it kind of throws off the aesthetic of, you know, having Amarays and then a digipack and then back to Amarays again, which is an annoyance, but there we go. I'm not going to lose no sleep on it. Season 3, called Children of Earth. Some of these characters certainly deserve to come back. I mean, I know Jack Harkness hasn't made an appearance, but Gwen, she needs to come back, really. And then we have the final season, Miracle Day, where it's a bit more Americanized. Like I said, it was just, it just didn't find its groove, shall we say. So then we have the only thing that I really do have, and this is where my Doctor Who starts for me on Blu-ray, and that is with the 1996 Doctor Who Paul McGann movie that I love. I really enjoy this. I really loved Paul McGann's performance in it. He was fantastic. A great film. I adore it. And then we have season 1, complete first season of Doctor Who. Interesting, I did have the steelbook for this. It goes for a lot of money now. And I sold it to someone in Australia for about £130. Yeah, but anyway. So, season 1 with Christopher Eccleston, his only series as the Doctor, but he was very good. And then we have season 2 with David Tennant, my favourite Doctor. Yes, he was just fabulous. He really was. My favourite overall Doctor. Season 3. Season 4 in like a thick, you know, in a thick box. And then we have here, we have the complete specials on Blu-ray. a nice slip. And I was in tears when he regenerated. I thought his regeneration was so powerful, and it was just fantastic. Then I have the complete 5th season, like so. Matt Smith, steelbook, obviously still sealed, for no other reason than I ain't rewatched them. I did have them on Amaray before that, but I swapped them for the steelbooks. I sold the Amarays on. And then I have a steelbook for the complete 6th season, again sealed for the same reason. And then 7th season, which is open, steelbook. Then we have the 50th anniversary special, steelbook. Yes, now I did have this originally on that big thick release that came out like so, but after I got this I sold that one on. Yeah, this has everything that was on that is on here. The Adventure in Space at Time is on there, The Name of the Doctor, Dad of the Doctor, Time of the Doctor, The Night of the Doctor, which is the Paul McGann short where he regenerated, and yeah, great stuff. And then we have the Day of the Doctor, Blu-ray 3D, 3D Blu-ray of Doctor Who, which is on that anyway. And then we have another sort of the 11th Doctor, the Time of the Doctor, and other Christmas specials released there. Yeah, now Matt Smith as the Doctor, let's get into that. Yeah, Matt Smith I thought was okay. He wasn't my favourite Doctor. He was alright. David Tennant's where it's at. But then we had Peter Capaldi come along with season 8. And I loved Peter Capaldi as the Doctor. I thought he was fantastic. The writing of the show, not so much. But Peter Capaldi, I adored him in it. And that's a steelbook there. And then we have complete 9th season. No steelbook, just like that. I don't know why, just sometimes I didn't get a steelbook. And then we have the complete 10th season. I actually like the slip on this, it's very nice. Yeah, complete 10th season. And then we have Twice Upon a Time. This is the Blu-ray slip, but inside I do have the 4K version. This is Peter Capaldi's final episode as the Doctor, and a wonderful story it was with David Bradley making himself as the first Doctor. Yeah, it was a wonderful story, setting it during World War One, and you know that Christmas Day when the two sides came together for the day. No fighting. They exchanged gifts. They exchanged stories. They played football. Across no man's land, just wonderful stuff, and great storytelling, great speech from Capaldi, beautiful stuff. I love that episode. Yeah, obviously because I like the World Wars as a historical era as well. I think they're fascinating. Brilliant stuff. And then we move on to Jodie Whittaker. Notice how I'm not saying much about this. Jodie Whittaker, again there, steelbook. The Revolution of the Daleks. That's a special. Then we have Flux steelbook. I still haven't watched this. I haven't watched Flux. It's open because I've done an opening for it, but I haven't watched it. And then we have Eve of the Daleks and Legend of the Sea Devils, like that. Yes, now obviously Jodie Whittaker's episode where she goes through a change hasn't happened yet for us here as I'm sat recording this. But yes, so there we go. And then we have Breaking Bad on Blu-ray. I did have it on DVD. I sold it on, and I got this one for $11.99 with another purchase. So fantastic. I couldn't leave that for $11.99. And then I have El Camino steelbook. It's not even in writing, it's just a black spine. Not a great steelbook by any means. And then we have season 1 of Better Call Saul with Bob Odenkirk. Fantastic series. Season 2. Season 3. Season 4 still sealed. And Season 5. Yes, I do have Season 6 on pre-order at this time. And obviously I will be getting it. Whether I get it on day of release or I wait until the price drops remains another thing. But saying that, I've not actually watched the final season. That's been on. I'm probably going to buy the steelbook on release and then I can just binge it. I know I can probably do that on TV, but I like physical media. I don't... Yes, I support physical media in that manner. And then we have here Stargate Continuum, which is the first of the last Stargate films. I do have all the SG-1s and all that stuff, and inevitably we will come back to that in another episode. They're not on this shelf, but this is the movie. The first movie, no, this is the second movie. Arc of Truth was the first one. This was the last ever Stargate SG-1. There was others planned. They never came to fruition. Because sort of the money dropped out on this sort of stuff, straight to DVD stuff. The money sort of went just after this was made, as in, you know, something happened and they just stopped. So moving on. So then we have Blu-ray of Stargate Atlantis, the complete series, 5 seasons. Yeah, I enjoyed Stargate as a franchise. I thought it was great on TV. Yeah, there we go. And then that brings us to Stargate Universe, SGU, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I really did. I liked the darker tone, the sort of more serious aesthetic that it had to it. It was great. Unfortunately, it lasted only 2 seasons. Season 2 I do have on DVD, because this is one of those annoying things where they've done the first season on Blu-ray, never gave the second season a Blu-ray release, just a DVD release. It was a shame that it ended as it did. I think obviously Stargate at this point was oversaturated, like what happened with Star Trek. Yeah, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. And also there I actually have the Stargate movie in amongst the TV section because it's Stargate. So I wouldn't have shown this in my films under S. So there we go, Stargate. There you go. Then we have the complete 5th season of The Blacklist. I do have some other seasons of it. Not all of them. I think I've got to catch up and get the rest. Still sealed sort of Moody Defenders, but I got a Moody Blu-ray one as well to go in my Blu-ray sets, but that's not opened. It's got a slip to it as well. They're quite nicely done actually, those Moody DVDs. Then we have here, obviously, Cobra Kai season 1 and 2 and 3. Fantastic series. A great follow-up to Karate Kid, getting all these actors back again. Fantastic. I have to sort of really sort of suspend my disbelief with the show though. I really do. But it's a good show. And then we have the complete first season of The Terror. Now I don't have season 2 of The Terror because it's an anthology series with a different story in each season. Season 2 I didn't get into at all, but season 1 was right up my alley with this, you know, with this story set in the Arctic of a ship that gets trapped and yes, and the goings on. Fantastic stuff. Brilliant. Now, quite a few DVDs actually. I think a lot of these are DVDs at this juncture at the back. So here we have Defiance season 1, Sci-Fi Channel series, and Defiance season 2. Season 1 of Alphas. And this was a really good show. It wasn't bad at all. And I thought I had season 2. What's season 2 of Alphas? Well, season 1 now, I don't know. Anyway, let's just move on. Then we have Gillian Anderson, season 1 and 2 of The Fall. And season 3 of The Fall. Was there a 4th season? I have to look that one up. Am I missing one? I didn't get it. Then we have this box set, season 1 to 3 of The Ricky Gervais Show, which is like that animated sort of one. And it's basically the podcasts, but put to thing in. They were very funny. I love Ricky Gervais. Yeah, they were really good. They were good. Moving on, we have season 1 of From Dusk Till Dawn, which gave us the film in a prolonged TV series version. And then with season 2, we stepped beyond the story of the film. And I do have a season 3, but it is a moody one. Because yes, we didn't get season 3 released in this country, so I've got a moody version somewhere, which will no doubt come into play at some point. Then we have a complete series and movie of a series that I did enjoy called Hello Ladies with Stephen Merchant. Short-lived, but very good, very amusing. And we have season 1, Dollhouse, and season 2. And I've got a funny feeling I've got these on Blu-ray somewhere as well. It's Joss Whedon starring Alicia Cuthbert. No, not Alicia Cuthbert, that was Jack Bauer's daughter. What's her name in this? Eliza Dushku, sorry. No, Alicia. Then we have series 1 and 2 of Luther. I think I have season 1 on Blu-ray Steelbook, actually. And then we have series 3 of Luther, which was great. I'm not sure I liked much that came beyond that. And I have season 1 and 2 of Scorpion. I believe I have the other series of these somewhere kicking around as well. Just obviously never put them on these shelves because they were buried at the back. And no doubt I will come across them at some point. Then, season 1 of The Affair. She was in Luther as well, wasn't she? What's her name? Ruth Wilson. And then season 2 of The Affair. Yeah, the reason I sort of stopped with 3 with Luther is because I weren't really too into the seasons that came after that. Didn't think they were very good. And this is a 5-disc set of Region 1, I believe, of the Jerry Anderson TV series Space Precinct. And for some reason I have the UK one as well. I must have forgot that I had it and picked it up cheap. Then we have Black Sails, the complete series 1, and Black Sails, the complete series 2, that I then went and replaced with Blu-ray versions because they were cheap. They were really cheap. Then we have the complete series of The Flash, the original Flash TV series from the early 90s, starring John Wesley Shipp. Now, with all the DC stuff, that will be in another episode, believe me. All the you know, the CW stuff and all that will come into play in this series. But this is the original. It was quite good. It was all right. Only lasted 1 season. Then we have a wonderful series, Life on Mars. Wow, this was clever. It was so good. It kept you guessing what was going on. Season 2, it really was. Philip Glenister, John Sim. I don't know this actress's name, but I really liked her in it. I thought she was great, very attractive. And then we had a spin-off series of it with Philip Glenister returning, and that is Ashes to Ashes with Philip Glenister and Keely Hawes. Yeah, and season 1, season 2, and a season 3. There we go. Now, I did talk about this in the last episode of this. I showed my Vs, and I mentioned the V TV series that came after the final battle and that sort of a thing. And here we have it here. I don't know why it's down on this shelf instead of up on the top. But, yeah, this is the TV series that continued it. 5 discs, 19 episodes, ended on a cliffhanger. Yeah, it was more like Dallas, so it turned into more Dallas-y type of a thing. There we go. And then coming into my last title for that shelf is a box set, and it is the first 8 seasons of 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen. Yeah, they're all in here. And I loved 2.5 Men. I really did. I thought it was very funny. Yes, very, very amusing. Charlie Sheen I like as I think he's got great comedic talent. It's a shame what happened with the series. It's a shame what happened to Charlie Sheen. It really is. He went off the rails because obviously we didn't know that he was very ill. You know, his lifestyle had allowed this to come to pass, and it's a highly unfortunate. So that's seasons 1 to 8, and then I do have a season 11 there. I never got into it with, I don't know, I think that was like a couple of quid. I picked it up after Charlie Sheen went. That's where the show ends for me, essentially. I just couldn't get into it after that. I couldn't get into Ashton Kutcher in it. The show lost itself with Charlie Sheen. When Charlie Sheen was fired from it, that was it. Although it lasted, another 4 seasons or something. I'll give it that. 4 or 5 seasons. It went on, but it just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same show. But there we go. So there we go. That's my sort of TV stuff done for that shelf. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if any of this has brought back any memories of you of watching this stuff on TV. And, and again, in 2 weeks' time, I will be back with another TV shelf one. There'll be a few more episodes of this. I've got 1, 2, 3 more shelves to do there. And I've got other stuff kicking around because I've got shelves with the DC TV stuff on. So I've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 episodes worth of stuff to do. We'll see how it goes. We'll play with it. But yeah, this is AJ. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.